Whale's still not performing. We're getting deeper into this.
He was too big and too old to be caught in the first place.
The Walmart bin gave me count 'em, 4 Free Willy films, and so I immediately dove into this classic family film series. I think this was my first time actually sitting down to watch Free Willy, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is a great cast. Jason James Richter is an excellent child actor. You've got Lori Petty, Michael Madsen, and of course Canadian treasure Michael Ironside, who plays the evil, profit-hungry aquarium owner. He's just awesome. I found this story very compelling. Jesse is a relatable character as this lost foster child just looking for a connection with someone or something like a whale. And I actually bought that there was this bond growing between these two. It really was the quiet moments for me, the scenes with just Jesse talking to Willy that really hit home for me. You just realize that this kid has no one else in the world he can talk to. And so therefore he has to talk to and form a friendship with a captive killer whale. I definitely looked into the behind the scenes to see how the whale was treated on this film. It was all very well documented online. The only shots with a real whale were actually at an aquarium done with Keiko, a trained whale that had been living in captivity for decades. Everything else was animatronic. And yes, I definitely shed a few tears during Free Willy. How can you not? Such a heartwarming, inspiring story that still holds up and has relevance today. See you at the movies.
Willy!
Willy! Hey guys, cat's fall! Willy's mother!
I continued the Free Willy series with Free Willy 2 Electric Boogaloo. Just kidding, this one's subtitled The Adventure Home. But it's not much of an adventure, and where's home for a killer whale? The ocean is the answer to that question, obviously, because Willy was freed in the last movie, remember? But this time he's been trapped again, along with his family, in a cove that's been blocked off by a massive oil spill. So Jesse has to free Willy again, and while this film was not as moving or as inspirational as the first one, it does have its moments, including a pretty thrilling conclusion. These are all animatronic whales, and they're pretty convincing for the most part. The only real whales in the film are wildlife footage, and it was great to see this cast reunited. I forgot to mention August Schellenberg last time. I just love him as Randolph. He's probably my favorite character, but the generic oil company villains are really lame and do take away from the overall film experience. This is a solid sequel, but it's just not as good as the first one. See you at the movies.
The orca population has declined 10% in the last 2 years, and we don't know why.
I finally continued my Free Willy journey with the third film in the franchise, The Rescue. That actually would have been a better subtitle for the last movie because this one's about an illegal whaling operation. I mean, sure, technically Willy is rescued from those whalers, but the twist on the villain in this film was really surprising. In a good way, I mean. I didn't expect the Free Willy franchise to get this dark. This is the biggest threat Willy has ever faced. It isn't about capturing whales for SeaWorld. These guys are selling illegal whale meat overseas for $200 a pound. And hey, they brought a 10-year-old kid along for the ride because whaling is a family tradition. This movie was made about a decade after the practice of whaling was made illegal worldwide, so I imagine that it does depict a real threat to orcas and other whales at the time. Heck, I'm sure there still is a black market for that kind of thing. But it was great to see Jesse and Randolph back together again, and I love Jesse's arc as a character because of course he's going to become a marine biologist so he can keep helping his best friend, a massive killer whale. See you at the movies. Well, I finally finished the Free Willy series with the fourth installment called Escape from Pirates Cove, which is yet another misleading title. There are 0 pirates in this film. It's simply a pirate-themed amusement park that Willy has to escape from. And it's not the Willy we know and love. This is a complete reboot with a new cast of characters. I was pleasantly surprised to see Beau Bridges in this. It's always a treat to see a Bridges. It also stars Bindi Irwin as his granddaughter who's sent to stay with him for some reason. I can't remember. But while she's there, a young orca that she happens to name Willy gets washed into their closed-off cove by a storm, and hey, he can't get out now. Uh-oh, what's going to happen? This is a pretty good family film, though it has none of the magic or characters from the first 3 movies. This honestly could have been any sea creature stuck in this cove, and I do feel like the script may have started out as something else. But in the end, I found the story engaging enough. It's about Willy being put back into an aquarium. This evil amusement park owner from across the city wants to buy him, and they're going to sell him because he'd otherwise die or something. I don't know. It's really good, actually. I found it really engaging. Honestly, I think this Free Willy 4-pack is a pretty good deal. It'll keep the kids occupied for a few hours, if nothing else. See you at the movies.